back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, we're in the back streets of the Tomb of the Kings area, and we're heading towards central Paphos. So probably you've never been on this road before, unless you are an avid traveller to Paphos and perhaps hire a car or two. So the sun's shining, you may have noticed, because there's lots of people riding around on scooters with literally no clothes on or helmets or those kind of things. What would you want those kind of legalities in downtown Cyprus for? A bit more strict in Nicosia, by the way. There's well, politicians and all those kind of people hanging out around there. And of course, even the police are not allowed to drive around drinking a frappe, smoking a cigarette and talking on the mobile phones. What is the world coming to? So stick with us as we wiggle and we waggle in the rear streets of the Tomb of the Kings area, heading towards the Old Town and then up into central Paphos. So if you do like what you see, please hit that like, click that subscribe, and please don't forget to keep on coming back for Mr. Paul's madness as he takes you on his little wanderings, his travels in and around downtown Paphos. And of course, now and again we pop down to the harbour area. So what's going on here? That's a one-way street. I mean, now, not that that matters in Paphos, by the way. And that's a one-way street. Can you go left? Can you go right? We can go left. There we are. We're going to go left. So we're deep in the Old Town. That's where we are. So this is the residential part of the Old Town. And now we've got to go that way. So we're going to go for a wiggle and a waggle all the way round. So it should be an enjoyable little drive for you guys that have perhaps not ventured up into this part of Paphos before. A lot of refugee housing in this area, by the way. People who unfortunately were, well, shall we say, moved on from northern Cyprus and then of course relocated. A lot of people relocated to downtown Paphos, and unfortunately some of those people, shall we say, are on hard times and still are. So we wish them an awful lot of luck. But I tell you what, you are going to get a great view in a moment. Just about out into the blue Mediterranean Sea. So we are circumnavigating the old residential part of the Old Town of Paphos. Bit of a mouthful, that, isn't it? There's is that a football pitch or is that a tennis court? That's football. There we are. So if you want to play a bit of football, there you go. Nice green bit of turf there. Is it AstroTurf? Yep, it's AstroTurf. There we are. You see, I thought it was looking a little bit green for downtown Cyprus because it's very, very hard to keep a lawn lush in Cyprus. I mean, you need to have water sprinklers on 28 hours a day. There's not enough hours in a day to keep that grass green. Old S-Class parked up over there. Not in a nice colour, but it is an old S-Class. The W126, probably, well, possibly the greatest car in the world. So here we go. Come on, let's keep going. We're wiggling and we're waggling. Luckily for Mr. Paul, he does know where he is, by the way. I'm not lost. It's just things like one-way streets that, well, confuse you a little bit. But like I was saying, if you are in downtown Paphos and you come across a one-way street, don't worry about it too much. Just take your time and be cautious. Cautious, there's a new word. Be cautious and courteous as you drive in along. So we're about to hit the Old Town. Here it is coming up. There's one of the first businesses. What have they got on show? It's a cafeteria. Nice one, isn't it? And a bit of an art shop as well. Does look quite nice. Have to pop in there one day and have a coffee or two. On that note, don't forget you can also help us out on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. It's totally safe. It's totally secure. Google these magic words: Marika and me, buy me a coffee, Marika and me. Up will come our landing page, and of course you'll have the opportunity to read a little bit more about us and perhaps choose to read a comment or two, because of course people do like to read the comments. Whenever I'm watching a YouTube video, I always go and have a look at some of the comments to see if their views are the same as mine. So once you've read a comment or two, perhaps you'd like to gift us that virtual coffee, or two, or three, or four, or five. And of course, if your name is Sir Frank and he's got a Lady Lillian in his life from downtown in Glasgow, we thank you very, very much indeed for those 3 coffees that you gifted us on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. I'd also like to do a big shout out to the Lord of Liverpoolshire. That's our Lord Kevin, and of course his girl Lady Kathy. They're coming to Paphos pretty soon. They're booked into the Mayfair Hotel. I tell you what, you're going to get a spectacality of a holiday indeed. Hopefully you'll come and join us one evening in the Pelican restaurant. We can chew the fat and practice our Liverpudlian accents, perhaps, or Scouse. Are you from Liverpool? Were you born and bred in Liverpool? Or perhaps are you from Birkenhead? You never know. Only joking. Or Chester, like I'm from. So a true woolly back, as we would call ourselves. So deep in the old town of Paphos. But like I was saying, thank you, Lord Kevin. Thank you, Lady Kath, for the continued support on the little channel known as Marika and me. So we're heading right through the centre of the old town now. That's the old post office there on the left hand side. Still got some post boxes in there, but there are no postal services on offer. There's Marks and Spencer's on the right hand side. It's the food outlet. They've got pots and pans and clothes and other bits and bobs, but the main Marks and Spencer's outlet is actually in the Kings Avenue Mall. And of course, if you go to Limassol, there's a bigger branch, and if you go to Nicosia, there's an even bigger branch. Now there's a nice car in front. No, not the Audi A4. Not that it's a bad car, and I know a superstar in downtown Nantwich has got one of those, but in black, so it looks a lot better. Of course, that's our girl in charge of the Nantwich crew. That's our lady Jessica. Big shout out to you, and of course the man of your dreams and my great friend Lord of the Simon. And a big thank you yet again to Princess Meghan for carrying the tombola to the postal department to get it posted to us out in downtown Paphos. And I've no doubt that Gangster Max had a hand in the wrapping up as well. Thank you very much indeed. So what's coming to the little channel known as Marika and me? I'll tell you what's coming. A brand new website will be coming online in 3 or 4 weeks. It's called marikaandme.com. Remember those words. You'll be able to read again a little bit more about us, a bit about Paphos. You'll be able to find out more information about the harbour and the promenade, downtown Cape of Paphos. And of course, slowly but surely, more people will come on board and we'll be able to feature more and more businesses in and around Paphos. But on top of that, you'll be able to help to fund the Marika and Me Lounge Bar that hopefully will be coming online for the summer of next year, and you guys will be able to help contribute to its formation, shall we say, and buy a brick. Yeah, if you fancy your name up in lights on the wall in the Marika and Me Lounge Bar, you'll be able to buy a brick, and we're going to put your name on it and a title, and of course they'll be very affordable indeed. Also, you'll be able to buy a brick in the Marika and Me Mansion, because that should be coming online early for next year. And the plan for there is, if you guys want to come and stay with us, we will work out a package where you can come and holiday with us for a week. All you have to do is pay for your flights. We'll pick you up from the airport. You'll hang out in the Marika and Me Mansion. Of course, we'll wine you and dine you, and I think we'll even chuck in a car for you, so you'll be able to go and do a bit of driving around, perhaps making a YouTube video on your very home. So don't forget to keep on coming back now and again. There are a lot of things coming to the little channel known as Marika and Me. And of course, we're going to be running competitions as well. There'll be competitions to win tickets on the Ocean Vision. That's the 5-star luxury super cruiser in the downtown Cape of Paphos harbour, operated by Paphos Sea Cruises. And we're going to give you guys a chance to win free tickets to dance, to prance, to drink, to eat, and to romance the night away on that super cruiser. Remember those words, Ocean Vision. Could be the greatest cruise ship in the world. And of course, on top of that, we're going to run a competition for you guys to win a holiday to downtown Cape of Paphos. What you're going to get, your flights will be paid, yeah, your transfer from the airport will be paid. You'll be put up for 7 nights in a luxury hotel in downtown Cape of Paphos, very close to all the action. In other words, walking distance to the Cape of Paphos promenade and harbour area. And on top of all of that, if you come and find Mr. Paul in the Cape of Paphos harbour, I'm going to give you €1,000 in cash. Yep, you heard me correctly. So big things coming to the little channel known as Marika and Me, and we're also going to go live on the last Saturday of June, so that's not that far away, and hopefully you guys will make an appointment in your diary and come and join us. We intend to kick off at 8 o'clock Cyprus time, so I'm not quite sure where you're watching from, but of course if it's in the UK, I think you are an hour behind, isn't it? So 7 PM. So go and get your shopping done, go and get your dinner, and get back home, or have that mobile phone with you so that you can tune into Marika and me live, and we're going to be having free giveaways. Yeah, exactly. Giving you guys things from cigars to Mediterranean sea sponges, you heard me correctly, blue hats, sunglasses, yeah, and glass bottom boat tickets and meals in some of the restaurants in the Paphos Promenade and Harbour area. So something for you guys to look very, very forward to is coming very, very soon. And if you're wondering where Marika is, for those of you who might have missed it, she's popped over to Tbilisi in Georgia, gone to see her mum and some of her family. But don't worry, she'll be back on camera on the 25th of June. So not long to go until the most beautiful woman in the world returns to the screens on the little channel known as Marika and me. Here we are in downtown Paphos Harbour, looking pretty quiet because it's that 3 o'clock-ish in the afternoon, and I'll tell you what, it is very, very hot indeed. 36 degrees is what it says on the car, and it's all looking very, very blue. The sea is blue, the sky is blue, Mr. Paul is dressed head to toe in blue, so that must mean one thing: all that's missing is you. So come on, get yourself on a big bird or a canoe. Start paddling like crazy, because Paphos, Cyprus, Marika and me, oh yeah, we're waiting especially for you. There's the Paphos Harbour on the left hand side. We're going to circumnavigate to the rear car park, totally free of charge by the way. If the main car park over there on the right hand side is full, remember, like those Durhamites, yeah, Sir Dave and his girl Lady Elaine, they were about to leave the harbour because they couldn't park, but then he remembered that he picked up that little bit of information from the channel known as Marika and me, and said to his wife, hold on a minute, there's a car park to the rear of the restaurants. And she said, are you sure? And he said, yes I am. I saw it on a Mr. Paul's driving video. And guess what? They parked up in this car park on the left hand side, popped into the harbour, had a spectacality of a meal indeed, and of course feasted their eyes and digested the blueness of that blue Mediterranean Sea. There's the Paphos Castle. This is the brand new sunset viewing point, and of course out yonder is the blue Mediterranean Sea. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to your company again tomorrow. Hopefully Sir Daniel is keeping well, hopefully Lord of the Jake is doing fine, and hopefully in downtown south of France there's a man called Sir Ronaldo who's just about to grab the hand of his girl, the French beauty known as Lady Sylvie. Get on a big bird and jet back to downtown paradise. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon indeed. Feast your eyes and digest.